Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to today's number lesson. So it's the very first one, it's the very first online lesson. So mums and dads, I should have sent you all the links to the things you need. Hopefully there's nothing too complicated. If there's anything you can't print off or you need a bit differently, I'll try and find ways for you to just make those out of things you have at home. So for example, if you need number cards, I've got number cards here, but you can just write those on pieces of paper, and most things can be replicated like that. I've got some counting bears and different things to count with. It could be pieces of pasta, it could be different beads you have at home, pieces of Lego. So it doesn't have to be exactly the same as I've got, as long as it's some small objects or it's quite similar. So don't worry if you haven't got the same things as me. We're going to start today by turning our maths brains on, remembering how to count, because we've been at home for 2 weeks having such a lovely time with our families. So today, we're going to get them back in gear by having a look at numbers. So I want you to shout these numbers as loud as you can. You could do them in a silly voice, you could do them in a loud voice, you could do them in a squeaky voice, you could sound like the Gruffalo. So however you want, can you shout these numbers as loud as you can? So what is that? Fantastic, well done. What's that? Well done, number 0. What's that? Super, number 2. Fantastic. Well done. Number 7, well done. Number 9, brilliant. Fantastic, number 6. Number 3, and wait a minute, the last one we finished is number 1. And behind me, I've got lots of number 1s. And this is where I'm going to ask mums and dads to pause the video to go on to BBC iPlayer. The link is on our school website, but it's iPlayer Series 2. Just add 1 and enjoy watching that video together. Welcome back. I hope you really enjoyed that video. In that video, we saw the number blocks adding 1 more. And every time the number blocks added 1 more, they got 1 bigger. Every time they got 1 bigger. Now, that happens when we add 1. So, we start with 1 and we got all the way adding 1 to number 10. 10 is made up of 10 ones. How many ones in 5? Super, 5 ones. How many ones in 7? 7 ones. How many ones in 3? 3 ones. Well done, you're so good at that. So there's lots of different ones in each of our number blocks. Now, we're going to have a go at counting and getting 1 bigger every time. And here's my counting stick. Mums and dads won't have seen this, but the boys and girls know it very well. We're going to count up from 0. We're going to get 1 bigger every time, and we're going to go all the way to 20. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Super, well done. This time we're going to go less every time. We're going to get 1 smaller, and we're going to go all the way down to 0. When we get to 0 though, I don't want you to shout 0. I want you to shout at me your favourite Christmas present, whatever you thought was your best Christmas present. Are you ready? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, you very lucky children. You had some very exciting Christmas presents this year. Well done. When we were counting up our number stick, we were getting 1 more, 1 bigger. When we were counting back on our number stick, we were getting 1 less, 1 smaller. Now, if we have a look on my number line, we can do exactly the same thing. We can go 1 more every time, or we can go 1 less every time. So, you might notice on top of my number line, I've got an apple, I've got a teddy bear, I've got a banana, and I've got a sheep. Now, can you tell me the name of the object that is on the number that is 1 more than 3? What's on the number that is 1 more than 3? 1 more than 3 is 4. Super, boys and girls. And you can see the teddy bear is on number 4, so you should have said the teddy bear. Okay, how about the number what object is on the number that is 1 more than 9? The object on the number that is 1 more than 9. What's 1 more than 9? 10. Fantastic. So the sheep is on number 10. Well done. How about the object that's 1 more than 1? What's 1 more than 1? Fantastic. It's number 2. And on there is an apple. Hope you can see it's an apple from where you are. It's an apple. And the last one, what is on the number that is 1 more than 6? 1 more than 6 is 7. And there's a banana on number 7. That's a bit strange, isn't it? So, mums and dads, this is a point where you can stop the video and you can play a game very similar to this. So hopefully with my iPad, the magic of moving things. So at this point, you can use number cards. And I would ask the children, can you see, to put the number cards in order from 1 to 10. So once the number cards are in order from number 10, you can cover one of the numbers and say, what number is covered? It's 1 more than 5. And the children should be able to tell you, that's number 6. Okay, so you can play that game. You can play it with more, you could play it with less, you could go for numbers higher than 10 if you're making your own cards, and get the children to really use the language 1 more than. And they can ask you those questions. Mum, I've hidden 1 more than 5. What number is that? So spend a little time now, maybe 5 minutes, playing a game where you're hiding numbers, covering numbers. What is 1 more than 5? Because you've hidden that number. It's number 6. So pause the video here. Okay, welcome back. You should have had some fun playing that game. If you want to extend your learning, you could try that game with less as well. Okay, time for a bit of an investigation. So, hope technology is working at the moment. So, what you can do now is another game. So, for this one, you need objects. You might use cubes. I've got bears, counting bears. You might go get some pasta. So, you need all of those things, and you need a coin, which I've forgotten to get as well. So, what we'll do is you pause the video, and I'm going to go for a dash. You need a coin, and you need things to count with. Off you go. Okay, so we should have now things to count with. So I'm going to use my blocks, and you should have your coin. Here he is. And what we're going to do now is we're going to think of a number. We could use our number cards for this. So I'm going to choose a number from my pile, and I've got the number 2. Okay, so number 2 is my starting number. Mums and dads, you might have to help with the recording of these number sentences, or you could challenge your child to write their own. So I've got number 2 as my starting number, okay? And I can make that, I can get 2 objects. I'm going to flip my coin, okay? And it's on tails. So we're going to say tails is less, and we'll say heads is more. So if your child flips the coin and gets tails, take one away. So do they know that less means take one away? And if your child gets heads, we're going to add one more. And you might choose to record that in your number sentence. So, 2, flip my coin. I've got tails, which means less. So if I'm doing less, one less, I'm going to take one away. So 2 take away 1 equals, how many have I got left? I've got left 1. Super. Well done. Right, I'm going to show you a couple more, and then you can stop the video and have a go with your mum and dad. So my next one I've picked up is number 3. So I'm actually, because I've got number blocks, I'm going to make number 3 look like number 3. 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to flip my coin. Whoop. I've got tails again, which is less. So I started with 3. I'm going to take 1 off. So there's my 3. I'm going to take 1 off. How many am I left with, boys and girls? 2. 3 take away 1 equals 2. I was left with 2. 1 less than 3 is 2. Okay, try another one. I like this game. Right, I'm going to try and pick a bigger number now. Who's that? Number 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I must have kept the colours the same. I'm going to flip my coin. Whoop. Ah, I got heads this time. Okay, so 6. Oh dear. 6. And then so I'm adding 1. So 1 more than 6. What's 1 more than 6, boys and girls? 1 more than 6 is... Count it for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 add 1 equals 7. Okay, so don't worry too much about them recording the number sentence. It's more about them seeing what it looks like and using the language of more, less, add, plus, take away. When you think about it, there are so many different ways to use exactly the same concept. So the language is really important at this point. Right, let's do one more together, and then I'll ask you to pause the video, have a go at your own. What's in here? My favourite number block. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to flip my coin. Whoop. Heads again. So, I started with 4, and I'm going to add 1 more because I got heads. Right, boys and girls, can you count this for me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Super. 1 more than 4 is 5. 1 more than 4 is 5. Right, mums and dads, you can pause this game here. It doesn't have to be cubes like mine. It could be your Lego, could be pasta, could be anything, as long as the children have things to count and are using that language. 1 more or 1 less. That's really important. Understanding that when we say more, we're getting bigger, and we're getting smaller when we say less, and that's really important for adding and taking away. So pause the video here. Right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that game. I really, really like that game, and I think the children in school are going to really enjoy playing that as well. Last thing before we finish, we're going to go back to our number cards we got at the beginning, just to have a go at these again. So, what's 1 more than 8? Number 9, fantastic. What's 1 less than number 8? 7, well done, super. Should I pick an easier one or a trickier one? Trickier one it is. Okay, what number is this? What's 1 more than 6? Super, number 7. What's 1 less than 6? Well done, number 5. 1 more. Okay. What number is this? Number 7, well done. What's one more than 7? Super. What's one less than 7? Fantastic, well done. One more than 7 is 8. One less than 7 is 6. Super duper, boys and girls, you've worked so hard this morning, well done. Now, mums and dads, on the page for today's home learning, there's some more one more or less things to do at home. Tomorrow's lesson will be one more or less, and so will Friday's lesson. There'll be some more activities, but the concept will remain the same, and we quite often watch the same video number blocks wise for a few days in a row. So have a look out for tomorrow's activities. Really great seeing you all, and have a good day.